Do you understand? It must never be a quiet place. So that, and the moment Hope Uzodinma came into power, Hope Uzodinma wanted to make sure Imo State will never be, do you understand? It must never be a quiet place. So that no protest, because the way he came into power, if everywhere was okay, protest will be coming left and right. People will say, how did somebody from Fort? So he made a very quick decision. Make the state to be insecure. Insecurity should be what we keep him in office.
We have overcome
so that he can be able to finish his tenure. I don't know why people don't ask. Where are all the politicians in Imo State? Why did all of them go silent? Why? Nobody talk about it. Nobody say anything. Instead, what is moving in Imo State is all about insecurity. And they will put it on IPOB, ESN. But they know IPOB, ESN have nothing to do with these things. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, yes, there are people, we cannot deny that. There are people, they may be part of IPOB before then. But the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, they were looking for an opportunity. They left IPOB, they go and join the criminal gang. See, you people have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Will IPOB be held responsible for their activities? For example, you are in the police, you left the police and go for robbery. Will you say it is the police that sent you when you have been expelled? Before we tell you if you found anybody who said it's an IPOB and is into criminality, if you catch him, kill him. You don't need to. If you catch him into criminality, organ harvesting, all these things, kill him, don't come to he have nothing to do with IPOB. That's to show you the level of discipline that we have tried to make sure that IPOB remains intact. And I thank every IPOB member who have remained disciplined. Irrespective of anything that is happening, they remain disciplined in what is happening. One of the things, we saw a video of one of these criminals. You know, since that video came out, I have not come outside to talk because I know a lot of things were involved. I used to tell our people on radio here that these people are working with the state government. Some people will go and they say, hey, people. He's calling the name of our commanders. Which commander? Criminal is a commander in IPOB, car snatchers, organ harvesters. These are people you calling. Do you understand me? You are calling, what do you call it? IPOB members. The day I came on radio, the day the guy they call Butuso met with the deputy governor of Imo State. The day he met that deputy governor, how we got the information after the meeting, his demands, I came on radio and they tell our people, these people are working with, they are in connection with what is happening. Some people were talking rubbish. When Butuzo heard that Butuzo beheaded 11 people that day, he beheaded 11 people in that their also camp. Who is giving Chinasa Nworu, these people, information what is happening? There is one of the guys, they say his name is Pastor. He was among the people Butuzo beheaded in also. For how did we know that he met with the governors, the deputy governor? Butuzo. He beheaded 11 people who gave us information. We keep that aside. We heard You see the day this guy came out. He came out and they came out and started talking. What do you people think that is happening? Who is because he was angry. Very, very angry. Very, very angry. Very, very angry because his brother was killed. His senior brother was killed, even though they have killed one of his brother before. And he went to the extent of calling names. And those names they call, I have already said it. In case you people don't know, the person he's calling Sir White is the person I called his name Senator. The Sir White is the same senator. And I want to open people's eyes. And I want to use this opportunity also. I want to talk. I'm not going to call names. Reasons best left for me. Because we are not going to fight from all angles. We will take our fight. We will take our fight step by step. I want to call all the drug dealers in Imo State that are working with Hope Uzodimma. Make sure you people keep the name of ESN and IPOB out of your mouth. I am saying this thing this evening. And one of the top guys, I don't want to mention your name. You have this manufacturing company of drugs in Owerri. We know where it is. We have set intelligence. We are following most of you because of your drug cartel. IPOB is not involved. That is not our issue. For now, we have things, but do your business and remove the name of IPOB and ESN from your business. Because there is no fight bigger than IPOB. If you people don't want to disassociate IPOB with this rubbish you people are doing in Imo State, we will not have any choice that we will start. As we call Tony Chukwu, I will call other people, politicians who are behind some of these things. But Biafrans, I'm telling you people, there are some top drug dealers in Imo State. They own manufacturing drug. Krista, they are manufacturing in Owerri. I'm not talking about the ones in Olo, but this guy, he is in Imo State government house. He knows. I don't want to call his name because we don't want unnecessary things. When that time comes, keep away from using the name of IPOB and all these people committing crime and using them to cover your drug business. We are not going to take this any longer. Therefore, let me tell you people what is happening so that you will understand how sophisticated. Sometimes people are saying, these people are doing something here. Nobody is going. Yes, they have not church. These are all their men. Most of you do not understand that this gentle, the day they kill his brother, he's supposed to be killed. But it is a politician that tell him don't go. Ask those people, ask people that are making, ask the military, ask those people, ask vigilantes, people, sometimes they will surrender that guy. They will come across where this guy is. He only needs to make a telephone call. Hope Uzodimma, they will give order, tell the military and the people to withdraw. I have said this thing on many occasions that these boys are one pole away from the military. The military are looking at them. They are looking at the military. But the military will not attack them because there is instruction from the chief security officer of the state, Hope Uzodimma. They are using them, doing all kind of rubbish. Let me tell you what they are doing. Why I'm saying this thing is, also, he said, IPOB, you are not telling yourself the truth. All of you are not telling yourself the truth. Mazi, what is happening, Biafrans, what is happening is that these guys who own drug businesses, they have some of the people, they have problem with those who hold their money. They will say this person is owing them, this person is owing them, this they make a deal with this person, he didn't pay them, he's owing them 500 million. What are they doing? They call this gentlemen, butos on them. They tell him, you see this guy, you go to his house, you go and take him. They are all close. Hope knows about all these things. They go and pick the guy, bring all his car. They will drive. Ask people. They will catch somebody. One of these guys that have money, they will catch them. They will ask him. They will mention all the cars he has, even if the car is in Lagos. They will bring it. They will say, bring that your Range Rover, bring that your Formatic, bring your G-Guard, your Rolls Royce. They will bring every car, all. Then they give bail. They will tell him, before you take this car, you will settle. They will now charge 200-300 million. Sometimes they kidnap those guys. The other guy that came on air said that how many houses that was looted. Don't you know who looted? India loot. Don't you know the business many of them are doing? Some of them are owing these people in their drug. How can some people go to somebody's house, a duplex? They will break in. Sometimes they didn't break in. Even the owner may be being held. Sometimes they are holding the owner. Sometimes they are holding the owner. He will give them the key. They go to his house, put a car. They will pack everything in that house and move to a place. They will loot everything. Maybe because there is a deal, money he's supposed to pay. Many of them, some of them were being kidnapped. When they are being kidnapped, they say they don't have money. Some money, that is how some money were going to this Eperima in Finland. There's some who are paying internationally. They will pay to the Biafran license. The government is holding Eperima. Money will be spent. If you look at this Eperima people, even in America, there are people, money come from Nigeria, $100,000, $200,000. Most of them, it is all the rubbish deal they were all doing, but all in the name of IPOB. Because I will call them, those who they have called their name, I will explain more. You see this one, they call Ago Tuaka. Did you people remember him in the election period? How he was gallivanting, doing all this rubbish. We told people, this guy with hope. They do. After, it is him. This, with agreement with hope, they move these people and go and keep in Okigwe. Ago Tuaka is part of the man sponsoring these boys. Ago Tuaka. That man, you people are seeing. I think this guy called his name. I don't want to say much. He was one of the people sponsoring them. They used them to intimidate any opposition, any of their opposition business partners. They were using these boys. They were using them to silence people in Imo State. The same group of people attacked Hakim. The same group of people attacked Ugochi. B44. They went for that operation. The same people, all the attacks until the hope of them must silence everybody. All of them ran away. Some who came to work for him are people he told them they must come to work. Like all these guys you see, Etel or Maybe. These are all his boys. If they refuse, he will deal with them. All of them. All that thing they were doing, they called the name of IPOB. These boys have come and called their names. Sometimes, if they need to pay them 150 million, sometimes they give them drugs, 30 million, and give cash, 120 million. They supply them drugs also. If you watch in that place, when this criminal, Yahoo, Temple the Yahoo or Gentle the Yahoo was telling you people that he want to bring them weed, they say they don't want. It's all lie. They become afraid because Hope was poisoning them one after the other. Hope poisoned the other people, Skype, and the other one, Hope poisoned them. So that was when they became afraid that they don't want drugs from Hope. That they don't want drugs. He wanted to be supplying them drugs because he's there. He wanted to kill them because it had already worked for Skype. So sometimes when they take ransom, 150 million, 200 million, they say we don't have all cash, we give you some in drugs. That is what they are doing. That is how those boys were. Look, luxury cars. Luxury cars. When they caught Zuma, how many months did Zuma stay with them before they finally, everything Zuma said, Zuma, if you are working with Zuma, all those people that work with Zuma, Zuma sang very well. They have the video evidence. He called all, whether you're a lawyer or you're anybody you are, he called all of them. He called everybody. Rebadu have that video. Christopher Musa have that video. Military intelligence have that video. All of them have video of Zuma. He told them everything. All the people who communicating them, who sending them. When you people have used the name of IPOB, commit many horrible things, and you think we will keep silent? Is it not when this guy came out and talked, then the Nigerian DSS or the military now pass information that Butuzo have been killed? My brothers, the media, IPOB media, have bring out this news a couple of months before they start talking this thing. They now tell you he sustained injury. These are all lies. It was last year that Butuzo, we have our intelligence gathering around. It was last year that Butuzo was shot in the buttocks. He sustained that injury. Last year, when Butuzo become incapacitated, he cannot be doing anything. He become a burden on them. That was when they wanted to use that boy called Owowo, that boy from Akwa Ibom. He started to they started to use him to take over or to do what with. But they became angry that Owowo want to take over. Then Owowo now play loyalty to Butuzo and let her leave the place and left that place. When he left the place, Butuzo, the person, if they like, this information, it is somebody inside them. It is an Ebonyi, a boy from Ebonyi. He said he's doing native doctor for them. He's the one that killed Butuzo inside us. He's the one that killed Butuzo. Forget here and there, these people now. And that guy was planted by Dave Umahi, long time. Dave Umahi. The boy was under control of Dave Umahi. He has been with them inside that place. And the day the boy killed Butuzo, he asked every Ebonyi boy to leave also. Yeah, but so everybody leave. Because he thought maybe Amata that they may come after him. And he himself, Mama Mokadin, he was the one that killed Butuzo for them. Because Butuzo had become a liability for them. That is the person that killed Butuzo. General, in the honor of my triple general, we know they have killed him. And why are they keeping these things secret? They don't want, why they have been keeping those things secret is the same thing that Gentle came out to do. Because they feel if as they are killing them one after the other, somebody may get angry and say, why are you killing us? Before you see Gentle, did you see them make any attack again? Because Gentle have come out and shot. That is why they have all disappeared. Are you seeing Hope talking again? Do you see any of them talking? Now, Hope, he have pushed his remaining people in Obinetiti. They have started attacking people. If you look at all of them, they are enemies. The people they feel is their enemy in business. On the hand, Hope divided them into 4. He left the ones that are in Osun, which have extension in Ihiala. He sent another group to Okigwe, which is this Gentle with Zuma. Then he put B44 them in Mbidi axis. Then they used to move from there to Ngwakwala, causing problem. Hope to use it to Seko and put the other one, is it Fulani them in Obo axis. They are using it to control Mbise. This is how Hope circled Imo State with criminals. I came last time on air and told you people about one boy, Chinedu, called I Love My Wife. He's a South African returnee. He was into drug in South Africa until they deport him. He is the one in Tiger Base. All this kidnapping you see along this Wedra Road, boss, he is the one in charge. All Yawana coordinate here. I think of recent Hope, but I say all the bosses, all these mini bosses, tilted because it is his people. He's trying to clean them up. He cannot leave it for the next government. His time is already finished. He needs to clean up these guys. If not, they will talk. If not, they will talk. The same way Gentle is talking. He is afraid. All of them. Why I am not saying this thing, I don't want to disturb myself. To start mentioning names of these drug cartels who have come in Imo State to destroy Imo State because Hope want to finish his distance, his tenure. That's why he decided to say that. I am making it very clear today. I'm making it very, very clear that Hope should disassociate IPOB and ESN. After all, everybody has seen. Since they caught the person they were using as undercover, how did the crime go down? I'm asking. Because they are very worried. Why did the crime go down? Why? I want to ask. If they are not responsible, why? Because the guy has been caught. They have finished with him evidence. Money from kidnapping, money from taking from drugs that was sent to Finland. That is where. Oh yeah, account. Move on now. Yeah, para champagne. Or social media. Because most of you don't know. Most of you don't know. Today. Some of you heard that they want to bring him, which nobody can confirm. This is the government plays a psychological game. They just say they are going to bring him. Already some people are in panic. Some people are already in panic. Why are you in panic? Do you have anything to do with Berima? From 2021, IPOB have been saying it. We have nothing with this criminal. So when they say they are bringing, why should you worry? Unless you have anything to do with him, then you worry. Because as long as I know, the Finland government have invited IPOB. We have sent a representative who went there and defended IPOB from all these crimes. So if they are bringing him to Nigeria, what is your headache? And besides, nobody should even believe them. If Nigeria want to bring him, up to them. If Nigeria want to repatriate them, up to them. When they will, the way they brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, did they tell you? Did they come and announce it on newspaper? So do not believe everything you see on the social media. Sometimes the Nigerian government want to play. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case was coming. They want to play a psychological game. And many of you will fall in it. Even if they are bringing him, what concerns us? What concerns consistently? IPOB have continued, and the Nigerian government know that IPOB have nothing to do with all those criminality that is happening. How can you associate such things with IPOB? Everybody knows that Imo State is always a hub for human organs. Start from the time of Otokoto. How can people be in a place they have manuals of how to remove human parts, and you are attributing it to IPOB? And our people don't understand why Nigeria don't talk about it. If you like, everybody have to be careful, because even if they take your human organ, they don't care. Have you seen Nigeria prosecute anybody for human organ? No, because their health, according to report, unconfirmed report, that their health constitution, the health constitution of Nigeria, approves that your body organ can be taken without even telling you, without your consent. That's why somebody, when he came for operation, about appendix, say, where your kidney? Nobody, nobody. The rubbish things they put. And this is what we are into. People are not connecting And I want to use all this rubbish. And these people involved in all this idea where they cannot compare IPOB. Just for example, like Ike Kremadu. Look at Ike Kremadu, who is being convicted for 9 years. Or how many years? In UK for organ trafficking. Then countries like Canada will be asking to deport our people for beating somebody like a Kremadu, which is an issue we have in our own territory. Because of their only Canada they defend the Nokwanamkoro for organ trafficking. And the Canada is using Ike Kremadu issue to, do you understand me, bring and to deport IPOB members. Everybody have to wake up. The conspiracy is too much. That is why they commit all this crime. Hey, Bruyana file na pagare. Nigeria with the file. They carry all these files anywhere you talk about the struggle, you talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they use those things they have collected in Imo State and they will use it to do what? Present. You think foreign countries don't ask them about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you know what they are presenting to them? Do you know what they are talking? Do you know? It is the crime committed while he is in Kuje prison. That somebody was committing and they people stop. People don't want to listen. And at the end of the day, look at what they have caused to the struggle. Their motive is to destroy the struggle, weaken the struggle. That's why you see this. I'm saying that IPOB. People say that IPOB is damaged. IPOB is only believe. Because they love struggle. For them, that is the struggle. That is why they cannot even pick IPOB press release and explain to the people. IPOB releasing press release every now and then. None of them can pick it and talk. None of them can talk about the regional politics, the effect, what will lead to insecurity, instability in our region. They can't even forecast what will happen in 2027. They can't. Every day, they have nothing to offer. They continue to play the voice of the. Are you connecting the that when they are coming, the struggle is stagnant. But when you hear your ass in now, are you hearing the government is echoing what they are saying? And they think we are fools. IPOB will, why DSS is somewhere saying we will destroy IPOB. But I'm telling them, let them destroy IPOB, let's see. Let them destroy IPOB, let's see. IPOB that they have battled. People are asked, don't contribute. People are asked, don't listen to Radio Biafra. People are asked, don't do this. IPOB, an IPOB member came on Radio Biafra yesterday. He was talking how he was being pursued. Many people being killed because he supports the DOS. Many people did not know that many IPOB members were killed just because they said we support the Directorate of State. Even the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu groom people who were attacking those who support the Directorate of State. This is truth. This is what happened. Because destroy the leadership. Destroy the leadership. Let everybody scatter. That is what happened. And I pray that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got it. And we will send people to go and give their testimony. To go and tell. If they are not listening to, they will this thing will be documented. Is Biafra only for me? Is Biafra only for you? We are fighting for a nation. For ourselves, for our children and the next generation. We have traveled around the world. We have seen the world. We want to be a better people. We know we have the possibility to be a better people. We want to be free. We want to walk in our own land without being molested, being killed, being extorted by men with guns. And that is what our agenda have never changed. It has never. Do you know how many IPOB members that were killed in Olu? Do you want us to give you record of IPOB members killed by these criminals because they say they support the DOS? You people want me to call names for you? No, the day is coming. They kill our own people for saying, no, the DOS is the people we're supposed to follow, not this person. This person has never been an IPOB member. He has never been part of us. How can they bring somebody from somewhere he come to take over the struggle? And we knew he's an agent provocateur. The only thing that pains me deeply is that had it been we did not talk about it, had it been we did not inform the leader, it is a different ball game. It is a different ball game. When he started making his move coming, we informed him. This is the intelligence report surrounding this guy, surrounding this guy, surrounding this guy. This is who sent him. This is who he's working for. We were called that we are jealous. That was what they said to us, that we are jealous. And I expect all those people that who promoted him, have you seen them come and talk about him? Have you ever seen them talk about him? Have anybody seen them? Even their commander, they were Butuzo, they have killed him. They are not even proud to announce that Butuzo was killed. They are not even proud because they know he was a criminal. They killed Ikechukwu Ugboha. The whole world heard about that our national coordinator has been assassinated. They say he's their commander. He says he's their commander. Their general commanding officer, Biafran Liberation, they killed him. They were hiding it. Even the supporters, people who were sending him right on, one name, Jishike. Nobody was even, they can't even announce that Ebu Butuzo. All the people were supporting on the social media, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? You don't know the damage these people have caused to this struggle. But because of Chukwokikadia, we have defeated them and we will continue to defeat them. There is no lies, blackmail that was not carried out against me. Just because I am trying to protect the struggle. So that, because if they destroy this struggle, they will massacre our people. They will go door to door. They will drag IPOB members from their houses and slaughter them. Some of you don't understand this. You don't. That all we can do for this struggle is to protect this struggle. Any day they found out that IPOB have been defeated, your brother will point at you. He will call them and say, come, he was an IPOB member. That is why we are not going back. We are not going back. That is what they will do to you people. We are not going back. The evil politicians are evil. They are evil. With the new people they are grooming. I can tell anybody, nobody should address me as a boy. I'm not a young man. With my age, there is nothing I cannot stand for to make sure we get it for our people, even if heaven is coming down. I have spent my youthful age and there is nothing any longer I need. Therefore, Biafrans, we must continue to stand that criminality is not allowed inside IPOB. It is not allowed. And I will be the last person that will accommodate anybody. If you know you are committing crime inside IPOB, pack your bag and leave this struggle. It is not for you. If you know you have come under this struggle to use it, to use a Biafra struggle as a coverage, you go, you swindle people money, you come under IPOB, as long as Chinasa Nworu, you will not hide under this umbrella, because this is a divine mission where people are dying. The blood of people have been shed for this struggle. It is Woshi, God, and then it's Woshi. leave IPO. They steal cars, hand you over, you put for transport. You claim that you have, do you understand me? Under the blood of your own people. Mazi Chinedu, you see the issue of Imo State. IPOB will continue. One thing I will tell you, some of them are removing some of the things we wrote about what happened in Olo. All the press release we made exposing what happened. If you go, some of the newspapers that have published it, they are removing, they are deleting them online. So that they don't want to show traces that IPOB have already said these things. Yes, you found it under our timelines. If you go to Google to search about it, most of the press release we wrote against what is happening in Olo, some of them they have removed them because they don't want people to bet to be able to reflect or go and recall those press releases. That is the battle we are battling for. That is the fight we are into. So that somebody will say, but you people didn't say it now. When there is no place. You never said that he was not IPOB member. None of you ever said anything like that. Why are you saying it now? That is what they want. Criminality that went in also. If anybody doubts me, let those people say that they loot their house. Let them make themselves. Let them come out and say, show that their house they loot. Ask me your name. You know what those people are doing? When you see all these boys, they follow. And they teach that is, you know what they do? When they see you, especially these guys in this drug business, what they do, they see you. Chairman, help me now, chairman. Yes, sir. Say, only can say go with 2 million naira. Also, when the guy will help, when you take it and go and help yourself. If you don't bagareba, only get receive that all. If you don't bagareba, you make another man 1.5. Ebaraga chairman na kekwani kan osigi ijego itinye 1 million mnyega have 5 million. That is, you see all these boys running around now talking here gagame and then chairman. They want quick money. And then so the investment they are bringing in Imo State is drug business. That is the foundation of criminality. You know, drug business and the arms, they go together. One thing is that most of you don't reason. Don't you know when you uproot some people who are, it's just like some fake pastors, don't you see that there are people when you remove them from the society are doing Oshia Ebelata, many things Ebelata. In Anambra, don't you see few people that they remove from the public? Don't you see everything in the because some of you were promoting rubbish. Somebody put a Brune under. No, also name engineer kidnapping. Imagine under, also name engineer drug peddling. Imagine under, also name engineer Yahoo Wakahanebe. Who look to that name praise because we are living in a banana republic. I cooperate all of them. Everybody giving them accolade. Accolade for what? People who are destroying the society. If you buy business, if Ibra help from them, if they supply you goods you didn't pay, the next thing they say, go and carry your properties in your house until you pay. They use the name of an agent man or saying they are the IPO. That's into drug business. Don't we know the business all people does? Business don't we know? Don't we know the business, what all people are known for? Is it only in Imo State that IPOB exists? After all, before even Hope, does we have even strong activity in Imo State by IPOB members? Do we have? Every IPOB, ask yourself, ordinary protest to hold it in Imo State, even before Hope, The only protest that we did in Imo State was the one our women did. That Hope was Okrocha. Imo State, do they come out to protest? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Imo State became the center of IPOB. Business or Mazi, I will stop here and I will pick other topics. If you have anything to say here, please ask me before we go to the two last topics.
Mazi, one other thing I want you in this topic also, how Opposodema used criminals in order to try to infiltrate and turn Imo State, Biafra land in general, and Imo State in particular, into a danger zone just for his political interests. Now, of the same thing, what we are seeing there, or is it flying kites or doing false flag operation? We saw what come up in a dosage. Mazi, please, I want you to talk about it. Because these Nigerian politicians mostly South and all, can I call it Biafran politicians? They are very good at doing politics of destruction of their people. That is why they go nowhere, and our land is in jeopardy, in darkness. Whereas the Mietiala, the Fulani, they're using terrorism, everything, but look at them meeting American ambassador. It all boils down due to the politics of promotion of their people or their collective interest over others. Whereas all these other people, what they are doing is politics of self-destruction. As you have said, Hope Uzodinma, just for him to be in office for 8 years, he turned our land into hell, because for him to thrive. So, Mazi, please, what we saw on social media, people that are shouting, "Oh, it's in Edo," and you compare it to what Edo governor did, by allocating 6 billion naira to compensate for the Fulani terrorists, which they call hunter. All of a sudden, they become northern hunters that met their fate in Oromi. When IPOB rose this thing up to tell the people the truth, all of a sudden, they are steering up. Oh, the IPOB is calling for, they say Igbos calling sit at home in Edo State. Mazi, please, can you say something about this? There.
Mazi Ndewo, thank you so much for bringing this particular question, because, I can't remember everything. It's good as you draw my attention. Mazi, let me tell you what happened in Edo State. Sometimes people don't understand how IPOB operates. When those people were killed in Edo State, because our strategy is to make sure we prevent the loss of life because of unnecessary information, rumors, the hate, because there is hate against our people. So the Nigerian government will always find a way or somehow to cause problem through anybody. Now, when the information that people were killed in Edo State, that they were hunters, everybody knew, but IPOB condemned that. We condemned that mob justice. The moment IPOB condemned it, what happened? And why did IPOB condemn it? We know it is not right. We know Fulani herdsmen have been, doing a lot of things, but IPOB is not there. We are not Edo. But suddenly, when this thing happened, rumors start flying that it is the Igbo settlers in Uro that carried out the attack. But everything can be channeled to kill our people because they know we are the ones who are, squarely, seriously, fighting the Fulani herdsmen. They want to change the story. They say that it was Igbo settlers in Uru that did that. Then IPOB have to step up. Because if we keep silent, the next thing is that we start killing our people some places. Now, when IPOB condemned that attack, what did we receive? We found out that the northerners, the southern governors, everybody started dishing out threats. They are saying, let them finish their salad. They are going to deal with these people. The threat was so much. When the threat was so much, IPOB have no option than to start mobilizing our people to say, no, this thing, if you keep silent, they are going to turn it again. Before you understand that the Igbo person was killed in Kanu, we start raising the alarm. On the process of raising alarm, telling people, the Hausa people, do you understand me? This is a mistaken identity. These people are causing the problem why your people have been killed. You can see it in the media because we see that the best thing to do is to create awareness of what happened. Are we going to take guns, start going to Kanu? Are we going to take guns, start going to fight them? What are we going to do? What we did is the right thing. IPOB did the right thing. We start to educate the Northerners. This is a mistaken identity. If this thing happened this place, but see it from this way. The next thing we saw, the governor went there, promised them. It is not IPOB that carried the news. He was there in Kanu. He promised them that he's going to pay compensation. He promised that he's going to give them, apart from the compensation, he will give them food, and he promised them heaven and earth. They set up a committee from Edo State, Kanu State, with some people from the federal government. They were given the update. It's not we. And finally, the compensation was paid. Maybe they didn't put up the compensation amount, but we heard, we got, it's a reliable information that a whopping 6 billion was paid. When this news also went, we are not the only one who have the source. Other people published it. But let me tell you what makes Edo government, because the day they responded was not the day that press release was written. It was like a week. But why Edo government decided to attack IPOB? Because if you look at it, it was the following day when Ebanke people were changing their traditional titles from Inogi back to Eze and the Obi. They were there were threats. It is Igbo people that are causing this thing. It's IPOB, they are calling both they were just putting accusations on everybody. For me, this is where their anger comes in. Because people say it is IPOB. What IPOB? Yes, it is awareness. We create awareness. People open their mind. You can't stop people from learning to understand. So they put that blame that it is the work of IPOB. You see them after 1 week. They use that Ebanke something, and now go and read that press release. They were just only insulting IPOB. They never said we never paid compensation. But if they say they paid, how much did they pay? That's what people have to ask them. We said they never denied that they never paid compensation. They never denied there was no compensation or they didn't. But they were just saying that we say 6 billion just because we mentioned the amount. Now, they are looking for something. When they finish that press release and our people trash that press release, telling them, did you pay compensation or not? If you pay, how much? If you don't want to mention, that means it's 6 billion. You shouldn't write IPOB calling us a proscribed group. They pay us now. Those was not talk. At the end of the day, look at what we are seeing. We start seeing what they are writing. Mazi, and I will tell you, this particular guy, we have intel, we know that. This boy is some of the boys who works with Eperima. Since Eperima is down, there is still the other woman, other people controlling them. And I will call his name. Why I'm calling his name is so that tomorrow people will not say he's an IPOB member. It's not his IPOB member. His name is Prince Kenneth. Prince Kenneth, Onyinye Amazing, Aka Biafra C. This is the guy. This nonsense that happened in Imuilushin in a station, South local government. The same autopilot. This is how they are import. He's from Ebonyi State. He's the one now causing that nuisance there. The same auto criminal. Tomorrow they will catch him. They say it's IPO, but we know him. When this thing happened, we have traced it. We have known the person responsible for this. Our intelligence are very strong, and we are calling his name. When did IPO start making sit at home in Edo State? That is to show you how they are being bought over to cause problems in Biafra land. That is how they are being bought over to cause problems everywhere they are going. So that they want problem to start in Edo. Tomorrow now they start fighting the Igbos living in Edo. They want to bring this in. That is all what they are looking for. Nothing more. And nobody should take those nonsense serious. IPOB media debunk those rubbish. There is no, because now they are saying Igbo people have carried their seat at home and come in Edo. IPOB have stopped sit at home for a very long time, for many years. People who capitalize on it to cause problem, it is on their own. If anybody go to Edo to do anything, say it's under IPOB, there is nothing like that. They hold him, that's his own problem. Nobody should involve the Igbo or IPOB in what is happening. These are remnants of these criminals in Osun. They are there now trying to do what? They have given them some small money. They want to use them to cause problem, a friction between the Igbos and the Edo people. And we are not going to allow that thing to happen. People cannot stay anywhere and cause. We are going to follow this issue bumper to bumper because we are not going to allow another nonsense. We do not have problem with Edo people. Let it everybody understand this. We do not have any problem. This is our neighbors. This is people we have intermarriage. We have many things. Do you understand me? We do. We have nothing, no problem with Edo people. So nobody should go there to cause problem in the name of Igbo so that Igbos will start to be killed in Edo, saying that they're coming to do sit at home. What rubbish sit at home? Who is making sit at home? So everybody should know this is, and for Edo people, those who will misunderstood all these things, Biafrans, Igbos have no problem with Edo people. Forget about the banters that are going on social media. These are this is what you expect when things happening. There are banters. People can express their opinion, but those banter does not define our relationship with Edo people. These are people we have very good relationship with them. We do marry together. We do many things together. So there is no friction between Biafrans or Igbos and Edo people. So nobody should take the name of Igbo to go to Edo to cause any problem, and the IPOB will not allow that to happen. Mazi Chinasa. Mazi, is there another question you want to ask on that? Mazi Chinasa, are you there? Hello? Mazi Chinasa, are you there? Okay. I said, is there any other question you want to ask me on that?
Mazi, no, you can go on. You can go on to the other level, please. I just come out.
Okay.
Go on, please.
So I have addressed the issue of Edo. I have addressed that issue. Then, dear friends, we're coming to the last topic. I know it's taking a long time, but I'm trying to round it up. We are getting to the end of this program. Dear friends, we are still in the farming season. We are still in the farming season. IPOB is doing their best. I want to clear certain things. Our people should understand there are also people who found this program we are doing very interesting. People took it upon themselves promoting the need for our people to go back to agriculture. IPOB is doing their own. Their awareness is going, and people are going back to farming. We don't want people, it shouldn't be an excuse. But in a tomato, Go and put something. Don't always wait people to give you. You have a piece of land where you are living. Is it vegetable? Is it go and start something. IPOB do not have capacity to share people what they're going to do, or some people say, give me money, farming. If some want to take excuse, I tell you, Fulani Hezmen, we know where Fulani Hezmen are disturbing. You don't use, you can't be in Aba or Nomaya or Luzan, you said, or what is it? You say that Fulani Hezmen. There is no, most of those places has been cleared of Fulani Hezmen. We know the areas the Fulani Hezmen are. And the ESN is working on how to dislodge many of them that we found in that place. It is a farming season, Biafrans. Let's go back. It is a seasonal something. It's not something you will say, oh, I will do this thing. It is a seasonal something. Go, let us go and farm. Eh? Some people will say, oh, we don't know this how are we going to do? Everybody go and farm. Let us go and farm. There is a need. We go back to farming. Whether we like it or not. This is farming season and ESN is doing all their best. And I want our people also to know there is a need to support this man. Rainy season is coming. This man stays in the bushes. Most of them, we need a lot of things. It's not like before we are not opening mouth to talk. But we need to talk because this may need it's raining seasons, raincoats, rain boots, things to stay in the rain. Because they're always at watch. So if you have anything to support these men, support them. And don't think immediately you say ESN, oh, ESN, Abaragawa. No, it doesn't work that way because sometimes it may be a trap. We have seen these Fulani Hezmen, how they are. In Enugu, I am looking, where is the governor of Enugu? The governor of Enugu that we are parading IPOB, Sequoia IPOB, he's from Nkano. Look at what Fulani is doing there. He cannot even talk. Then you start to wonder, who will speak for you apart from IPOB? Who is going to speak for you apart from IPOB? Ask yourself this question. Who in Biafra land, who in Igbo land will speak for you? Many of them cannot speak for you. They cannot. They don't dare it. If they open their mouth, they will label them with one accusation or the other. They know they are all committed. They like this and more for you just gain you have no shame. Somebody like Odus Okalo is supposed not to be coming out, be talking rubbish. The other one, Benjamin Carlo, about 2-3 people, election a rule again. About 2-3 traditional rulers, they did this and they come out, they say the Southeast traditional rulers have accepted. Are we talking about election or we are talking about the situation, insecurity in our place? Every day we continue to shout on this radio. You see that thing you people are doubting, it is coming. It's coming. Because most of you are not seeing what is happening around you. Look at the regional politics and see what is happening. Ogo Onadia, Ogo Onadia. Most of you don't understand. It is the soul who will control the bite of Biafra. That is the last battle. Who will control this axis? The Chinese are coming. America want to maintain. Because everybody have forgotten that this is it is the one way to America, one way to South America, or to Europe, to Canada, North America. It is from bite of Biafra. It have access to that big market. And everybody want to control. But some of our people don't know what is happening. If you are talking, sometimes you see they demonstrate their ignorance on social media. When you talk about what is happening in Burkina Faso, or what if you talk about what is happening in the north, they tell you happen there. They don't know those things happening there is affecting us. It will affect us positively or negatively. When something is happening other places, when danger is coming at your border, you say, just like people in our brothers in the coastal region. Why some of them don't care? They believe before Fulani will come from Benue, cross Enugu, cross Imo, before it come them, they are seeing you as a buffer zone because they know the Fulani will not come from the sea. If they are going to come, they must come from up. So anything you are talking, they don't care. It's not that they don't know; they don't care. It's not their problem. Today, the Nigerian Navy have assigned to put, they're going to set up a special Navy operation in Benue, in River Benue. What is coming? What is happening? They are positioning themselves. Look at the way terrorism has taken over in the north. Look at everywhere is on fire in the north. And some of you don't see it. You don't think that at the end of those things is coming down. Everywhere is on fire. The Nigerian ambassador, the American ambassador is meeting the Mieti Allah. You don't know whether he has promised them more support. We don't know what he said to them. We don't know what they'll talk about this insecurity. Okay, they see what's your anger. Okay, we support. They want to understand. Look at what is happening in Benin Republic. Benin Republic is suffering today because of France and Nigeria. Because France do not want Benin Republic to allow Burkina Faso and Niger to be using their ports. France don't want it. They want Benin Republic to put Benin at hold, to close their border, don't use their border. That is why you see terrorism have sparked up in Benin Republic. Because they want to cause insecurity that ports, people, if Burkina Faso come and make clearing in Benin Republic or Niger, to suffer them. Have you people forgotten who is the Nigerian ambassador in that place? It's Brutai.
It's Brutai,
the father
yes.
of the Boko Haram people. It's Brutai. Brutai is there in Benin Republic as Nigerian ambassador. Most of you don't know why he was posted. It is very strategic to bring in Fulani inside Nigeria. When nobody as the ambassador, they come, they pass them. If you go to the border there, it is controlled by Nigerian military Fulani people bringing in Fulani. Last time they said they arrested people, thousands of people in Lagos. People deny, but the other day I think they have seen another truck. All armed, and our people are there talking rubbish. Support the people who can even respond when you are not ready. You don't. Before you can make bad day.
And of course, they are still burying their mother, doing parties and doing birthday.
Yes. You follow people that have nothing. Tomorrow, they become the elders of the society. Tomorrow, check the kind of person, these drug peddlers, these kind of people. Maybe tomorrow, he become the elder. He go to House of Rep to represent you. That is why we are asking our people, go back to farming. Go back to farming. Is farming season. There is no excuse that will stop you from not going back to farming. The IPOB media, there are jingles that is going on. Don't say, send it, share it. Tell some. Encourage people. If you are in diaspora, support the people at home. Anyone who say he wants to participate in agriculture, he wants to go, support them. Support them. I'm sure somebody you send $100, it will go a long way Okama, if you send him $100, what that $100, if he have a land we produce for him, it is far more better. Because sometimes you feel pain seeing our women sitting in the market with one bucket of tomato, one bucket of onions from morning till night. You can do better. You can do better if you do small farming at home. You can do better. It's seasonal. It doesn't stop you from that business. Pick the business for some weeks. Pick up a date inside the week. Once or twice, you go to farm. You got to make sure you put something in the farm. On weekend, you go and farm.
Mazi, sorry, not cutting you. Just what you said now. If you see some of our people, families, Biafran families, Igbo families, suffering in townships, in cities. Now, in the name of that, they are staying in Onisha. They are staying in, they are living in Aba City. They are living in Lagos. Suffering. Mazi, when you see suffering, whereas they can do better, even going to village and staying there, they don't pay house rent, they farm, they organize themselves in the
internet now. There is internet
in the villages.
There is everything. They can put their life there.
Mazi, we need to look towards this direction. Reverse migration of from city to rural communities. Doing things instead of, you see people, they cannot pay house rent. The husband is not working, living on that bridge. They are suffering. They cannot eat. Mazi, please go on. Sorry for the interruption.
They depend on begging and begging and begging and begging. And when you tell them, they will tell you. So we encourage. This is farming season. In people in diaspora, please, everybody, make sure you support your family this period. Some put chicken, not only the farming, both livestock. I'm happy these days. I see some of our people showing their goats, showing their chickens. Sometimes, you understand me, on social media. It makes me, my heart, because these are things that have gone in our communities. When you came, you can't come inside communities, you see goats, you see chicken, our normal traditional chicken. You don't see them because everybody abandoned everything. You don't see dogs in the communities. You don't see nothing. A whole village, no chicken, no goat, no sheep, no cow. What are we doing? And we are not farming at the same time. Huh? Plant trees. All those are our old trees. Those trees that you cannot buy any other places. Plant them. Oha tree, Ntropa tree, Akilu, all those things. Plant them. Do not destroy our environment because they ask you to, you go and cut everything. No. Whenever you cut out a tree, replant two. You cut one, you plant two. We must continue to keep our environment. We must continue to protect our environment, even though we are going into agriculture. Biafrans, we are pleading. As IPOB media will be trying to continue, the jungle is moving on, and we will continue to do that. And we will also like people to give testimonies. People show, encourage. It's from your testimony. Like I saw one of our brother was talking about, about this agriculture, that if you are planting palm trees, the land is also good to plant melons. These are the kind of things we want. People who are into this farming, come out and speak. It will encourage people to come in. If young boys that are hanging in the city, in the village, you have internet, you have your solar, you can live in the community, you have your car, you can go out to the city and come back and have your rest. You don't have even pressure. You live a life, you want to travel, you want to go to Lagos, you can go. But you don't go and start squatting under when farming season is going on. And there are many youth in the communities. They can't even go and clear the bushes. This is a seasonal something. This is some people, you are there. People from the north are coming to do ridges for our people. They work during the farm season and they walk away from the villages, millions of naira. By only digging moles. clearing bushes, which you can do. Some young boys, you came out, you don't go to the communities, go do the farm job. Do the farm job. It's a seasonal something. You make money. Instead, you allow northerners are coming from the middle belt, coming out in our villages, do the farm. They come there, stay in the villages and do the that around them mother. And before they finish, they go. They have finished that. They move away with millions of naira from the village. People pay. They take the money, go away. Our people should open their eyes. And finally, let me rush this particular place. This is my final topic this evening. Biafrans, today we started this program from my own location. We started this program on 30th of April and we have crossed into the 1st of May. For those who have not crossed into May, from today, May 1st, we have entered the month of the Biafran anniversary, our Heroes and Heroines Month, which will end on 30th May. During this month, it is the month IPOB carries out different programs, histories, remembering our people, what we have passed through in Nigeria, the Biafran Civil War, those who have lost their lives, those who died from 1945, but especially from 1967 to 1970 when the Biafra War ended, and those who have continued to die in the course of the Biafran struggle till date. We do celebrate them on 30th May. And for many years since 2016, after we were being massacred in Mpo, in Anambra State, IPOB ceased to celebrate the anniversary in Biafra land. We have always conducted a sit at home for safety purposes, for security purposes. But around the world, Biafrans, we do celebrate the Biafran Heroes and Heroines Day every 30th May. I want to make this thing very, very clear. Over the years, we have seen some people, whenever we have 30th May in Biafra land, they will try to set up exams, put up one program. But we continue to tell them, 60 days before the WAYEC, the headquarters in Ghana, IPOB leadership wrote to them. We wrote to them 60 days before today. This is almost 2 months now. I'm sure they receive our letter before they start to do their timetable. We also, the IPOB leadership also gave letter to remind them that every 30th May in Biafra land, because of security purposes, because of the way Nigerian people, the Nigerian military, they used to kill, it's a day they want to kill our people, that we normally sit at home, there will be no schools, there will be a total lockdown. We have done this for record purposes, so that people will not say we were not informed. In time, IPOB leadership have redeemed them. The official letter is there, and they received it. Also, the IPOB leadership have dispatched letters to all the governors in the Eastern region because of 30th May. We have dispatched letters also to get to traditional rulers, institutions, market leaders. We have made sure that all these letters have been dispatched, both to the church leaders, so that everybody, it is not good. Every year we come to talk about this. They know it is our ritual. They know because we are not yet free, we cannot celebrate it open. That is why we observe this in Biafra land. On that day, we do not want to hear Biafrans around the world will be carrying out protests around the world on 30th May. There will be a protest. Those who have never gotten, those who have, if you know you are residing in the country where protests are being permitted, please get your protest permit. Those who don't always get a protest permit in countries, because countries' laws are different, those who don't get their permit that used to do them indoors, you are also asked to do what? Start your preparation, because every country must show the leadership of IPOB the video, their celebration on that particular day. If you people protested, you will show the world the pictures. If you people did your program in the house, in the halls, anywhere you do it, the leadership of IPOB will know that people celebrated their 30th May. It is mandatory. It is not only for IPOB. Biafrans, if you call yourself a Biafran, join us on 30th May, wherever you are. Therefore, from today, 1st May, the social media will be awash with the history of the Biafran struggle, with the history of the genocide. Jingles will come, music will come. It is a month, lectures, programs on Biafran issues, debates, the Biafran Educational Awareness Program, they will be on air. And starting from 3rd, the IPOB Europeans coordinators, they will start on 3rd, coming on air. I think they have like six weeks or 6 badges of coordinators, around 20-something of them, who will be coming on air from Europe. And we also urge other coordinators in other continents that during this month, we want coordinators from other continents, deputy media heads. The Radio Biafra must be above with programs, with issues, histories, things that concerns the Biafran civil war, informations that they have not been able to tell the world. We are going to tell that story this month. And we want IPOB media personnel. There is no excuse. We know how to handle we are good in handling multitask. For the fact that we are going to handle does not mean we are not going to carry the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the court proceeding goes on. We will also carry out all this news and make sure the world knows what is happening. It also, inside it, we will have other engagements we will be doing, but this month is mainly for our Biafran Heroes and Heroines Month, which on 30th May, I'm using the power vested on me as a member of the Directorate of State, that on 30th May 2025, there will be a total lockdown in Biafra land. I'm making it clear this evening, 30th May 2025, there will be a total lockdown in Biafra land. Reasons are, we are celebrating our Heroes and Heroines Day. And why are we locking Biafra land down? Because we are not given the opportunity to celebrate our 30th May in Biafra land. On many occasions, our people have been killed and massacred. And anybody who want to dare us that 30th May, I don't believe this is you people are doing, you are creating a problem for yourself. We don't enforce our sit at home. Let me make it very, very clear. Every 30th May or all our previous sit at home, forget about the government came and tried to bastardize it. On 30th May, all markets, schools, we have sent out letters. Those who have never received will still receive their letter. We have made it official. Ohanese leaders, why did we do so? Because most times they will say, they didn't tell us, nobody told us. Now we have told them earlier enough. If you're a governor in the Southeast, a letter has been drafted to you. Look for it, unless somebody got it and keeping it one side. We have sent you a letter. We have the copy. We have everything through the means it came to you. You cannot deny it. Immediately you deny it, we flash the letter to the public so that the world will know. What we are saying is that all of you who will try that day to try IPOB, you try your God. 30th May is a complete sit-at-home, total shutdown in Biafra land. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, I will stop here, and inside this particular month, I will come on air. I pray I will come to like more 2 or 3 times before our 30th May. We continue to mobilize this movement. We continue to keep this movement running. Biafrans, be assured that we are getting to our final destination. We are going to restore Biafra. Our consistency is speaking volume, irrespective of what has happened. And that is the only signature we have dropped. Consistency. Nigeria can run around, they will run around, but IPOB, they are going nowhere. They are going nowhere. And I will say, may Chukwu Kikabiyama bless every one of you. Once again, my name is Mazi Chinasa Nworu. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. Ndewo
Mazi Chinasa Nworu. And from me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening. Gospel of liberation of mankind through Biafra restoration. Also, you can download Simple Radio. Once you it's in your Play Store. Once you download Simple Radio, you can scroll to Radio Biafra London, and you shall be listening or hearing this gospel. Moreover, if you go to our mother website, www.ipub.org, ipub.org. If you enter there, there will be the place, an option where it is reading Radio Live. Now, click there and you'll be listening. Also, we have many other options on social media platforms. Multiple options. Multiple options on on social media. Just ask Google and you will have different platforms or different platforms streaming our voice live. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Today is the 18th day of June 2024. Today is Tuesday. Remember, today is Twitter Tuesday. We've not forgotten Twitter Tuesday, please. Today is Tuesday, the 18th day of June 2024. Therefore, we must continue. As I said, today we are going to talk about the continuous living the continuous colonial legacy. Program for self-destruction. Under the subsection, the series of living the continuous colonial legacy. And under it is program for self-destruction. We are going to talk about a lot of things in our land. Therefore, invite your friends and well-wishers to draw nearer to your listening devices, please. Because I am telling you, if we stay doing nothing, we are gone. Do you hear what I'm saying? Don't think that living is only as you are living, going to market or working and coming back and making gain or being paid at the end of the week or at the end of the month. That is living. No. Our collective life is more important than our single living or singular living. Do you hear what I'm saying? I used to say it. What makes us advance or more advanced or civilized, let me call it civilized, is our ability to work in collectivity, our collective interest. That is what makes us more civilized Homo sapiens. Once you are sentenced to going about your own private business without minding our collectivity, you are nothing, more than even chimpanzee, ape. It's the same thing. They move around, look for, scavenge for their food, and that's it. Nothing. They don't think about collective development. No. They don't think about advancing the community. Only individual scavenging is a life of a lower animal. This is what IPOB is trying to change in our mentality. Because we need to drive this into our mentality first. So that we understand the importance of collectivity. We have been, since 1970, we were relegated as a people into scavenge, hustle for your own. Do not mind your brother, just hustle for your own. And that life has been killing us. If you look at the advancement, the progress we Igbos made, you see what the main driving factor. Igbo boy. Do you see it? Igbo boy is a kind of maintaining our collectivity. Igbo boy. This is what helped us today as a people. But once you relegate our brothers, only going on individual, without caring our collective selves, we are gone. This is what IPOB is trying to change. Therefore, let me read this one news headline before I dabble into the topic of the day. There is this, even I put it on my timeline. There is this tweet from West Africa Weekly. It's saying Nigeria's federal government launches Bill Gates funded GMO seeds. Name seeds tailor-made variety. I wrote it now. Do you see the photo? You see photo of Tinubu and Bill Gates. The killer. The eugenics, master of eugenics. Eugenics, that is depopulation. And this man hates black race. He wants to reduce black race by more than 70% population. Do you see The reason why Tinubu was congratulated by Joe Biden, do you see that? You see, imagine. Little by little. You see, imagine. Are you seeing it? The role Tinubu has to play so that we become, the GMO food will be killing us, making our women sterile, even our men, not to bear children, and dying of any types of disease, cancer, any types of cancer. Are you seeing it? Nigeria federal government launches biggest founded GMO seeds. Do you remember Dr. Njeman's outcry? Does any politician mind him in Nigeria? Because Nigeria is not free. All the Nigerian politicians are agents of the West. I say it authoritatively. They are being manipulated by the West. That's why the population has no say. Look at the cries, the alarm of Dr. Njemanze, that even Bill Gates supposed to be arrested and imprisoned. But today, the federal government, the Nigerian federal government, is now, certifying Bill Gates founded GMO food. And tomorrow they'll be bringing it to our people to plant. Once you plant it and it yields, one, the fruits are poisonous. The food that comes from it is cancerous. You will see it is big. Something that should take maybe 9 months to mature, it will take it 3 months. It will only 3 months. And once after that, eating it is dangerous, number one, because it brings different types of diseases, different types of cancers. Also, it sterilizes people from bearing more children, from bearing children. Do you see that? And moreover, after the first yield, the plants or the seeds of all those seeds, for example, corn, when you plant one corn, it will grow, germinate, and bring out about 2 or 3 bunches of corns. If you try to dry that corn seeds, the product of that GMO, dry it in order to plant it the next season, it will not grow because they switched off the reproductive parts of that seed. And that is how, once you consume it, it will also switch off your reproductive parts. Do you see that? And make the causing cancer to you. So, they are working hand in hand. They are bringing solutions or more problems for pastors to progress. For pastors to start telling you that, oh, no, your stomach is, your womb is being tied by your grandmother, or by your mother-in-law, or by your father-in-law, or by your this and that. And, they continue making you. This is the root cause now. People are not talking. If Nigeria is a country, the population will rise up in protest. I think you call Nigeria a democracy. Why are people not protesting? Because they are being sentenced into, looking for what they will eat. This is a weapon. Hunger is a weapon. Are you hearing me? So that people don't even have time to listen to understand the cause of their problems. After you see, as I'm talking here on this hallowed platform, our people, many of them will not be listening. They are interested in buying and selling what they will eat, this and that, and after they will go to their fellowship, where their pastor will scam them, telling them their problem is spiritual. Do you see that? Not knowing they are concocting your problem now from the head, from Asorok. You don't mind. You don't care. Tomorrow they will be bringing seeds, say they are sharing to you. You don't know that they are sentencing you and your generations to death. You don't know that because you're naive. Let me tell you, this world is a free world filled up with knowledge, different types of knowledge. It is for you to seek for knowledge and know it, advance, use it as a people and advance. But once you have taken the path of selfishness, being manipulated so that you don't care about what happens in your environment, you are gone. You are lower than an animal. That is the cause of the miserability of Nigerians. Lack of knowledge of information. They don't care about information. Because for them, information cannot bring food to their table. But they don't know that information is power. Information is power. And that is what we disseminate here. Without proper information, you won't be empowered. And without being mentally empowered with proper information, you will not be able to work towards a development. Are you hearing me? Every country is as as limited as the mentality of the people. Are you hearing me? Every country you see, the environment you see, it is as good as the mentality of the people living there. That is truth. And the people, they cannot work more than their mental state. They cannot work more than their intelligence. It's impossible. Therefore, your problem is locking, staring at you, glaring at you, but you don't know. Tomorrow you start with your useless, animalistic, primitive superstition. You'll be interpreting it another thing. Your problem is here. Tinubu is now displaying why the American president congratulated him as the president. Why the United Kingdom Prime Minister congratulated him amid what they saw, and I saw, an insult to what they call democracy. Amid what Tinubu did, the way he killed the people, shot the people to pieces with his soldiers in 2020. They congratulated him. And today, these are some of the things he signed in order to be. Do you remember when Peter Obi was crying? That he cannot imagine being a presidential candidate. Powerful Western countries will be calling you, inviting you to come and give them, tell them what is in there for them. How can you defend their interests before they promote you? He said he wonder. And the Tinubu did sign everything now because it is his turn, isn't it? Today, look at it. Emilokon is his turn. Nigeria's federal government launches biggest funded the GMO seeds. It's open, it's in the open. Some other countries, there will be uproar in the country. But Nigerians are dead bodies, corpses, that are zombies, that are just occupying space in this planet Earth. They don't understand what's up. They don't understand. Instead, the dog eats man. Dog eats dog. They'll be eating themselves raw without understanding the root cause of their problems. We must continue. IPOB, we speak without the fear or favor. We must continue spreading this enlightenment. We must continue. Now, I will go to the topic of my submission, which, as I put it, in the series of Living the Continuous Colonial Legacy, programmed for self-destruction. Self-destruction, like advanced missiles or weaponry, advanced state-of-the-art weaponry. There is a space for self-destruction in case that weapons enters into wrong hands or enemy hands. You hear me? In case it enters wrong hand, now they will activate self-destruction. So that the enemy will never, the weapon will destroy itself, explode and destroy itself. so that the enemies will never dismantle or be able to dismantle that equipment and learn the secret. So, self-destruction is for the programmers' interests. That is the way they did in Africa. That is the way they did what they did in Nigeria. And that is what we are trying to talk about today. Now, in 1884-85, at the request of King Leopold II of Belgium, the Berlin Conference was organized by Otto von Bismarck, as you may know. This is the first German chancellor to partition the African continent solely for their interests in order to formalize the scramble for Africa. They want to formalize the scramble for Africa. That is foreigners coming to a land that is not theirs, a continent, and everybody scrambling, looting anything he can, killing people. When you see, you see, Africa was not just like a virgin land whereby people go and occupy and or scramble. No, filled up with human beings, with their daily lives, with cities, with now they came to scramble, to loot. When you study history, you kind of listen, you say, look, why these people, why did they behave in such a manner? And more also, they brought God to save us. Let's talk for another day. Let me continue. Now, through their partitioning, they programmed Africa for eternal conflict. That is self-destruction. Because with this self-destruction, it is to their advantage. Do you see? Conflicts in Africa, it is not natural. It is man-made. It is European-made. It is the programmers made. How they program it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? A programmed application cannot act outside its program. No. It must be like that. The way they partition Africa through Berlin Conference, it was for self-destruction, for eternal conflict. With this method, there could be perpetual control of African continent and have vast natural resources. This is a program done by man. And today the Europeans are enjoying the result, while Africans are suffering the misery. They will come to you to play lip service. Oh, we care. Who cares? The Europeans care for your life. They want you to perish. These are people, what they programmed. They want you to perish because they want your land. They want the resources in your land. You know that? I am coming. The amalgamation of the so-called Northern and Southern Protectorate into what is known today as Nigeria is part of the European program for our self-destruction, which we are suffering today. They come, they say, oh, Northern Protectorate, Southern Protectorate. And I ask, before the advent of the Europeans, we have been existing. How come they come and now petition and say, no, there is Northern Protectorate? They are protecting it from who? I am asking. From who? Do you see their lies? Do you see their dubiousness? In order to entrench themselves for us to be calling them our savior. Do you see that? Northern Protectorate, Southern Protectorate. Are they protecting us from who? From themselves. Do you see? They were in their land. They just sat down in their land and carved out, partitioned another place. And you say this world is justified. This is what Africa is suffering today. Are you hearing me? This is our suffering today because our countries are not naturally created. Our nations are not naturally created. Our borders, are not natural. It is foreigners that created, partitioned us. Irrespective of our naturalness, irrespective of our ways of life, they undermined it. That is a very great insult to us. That is why I always give India thumb up. Because before independence, before India had their independence, they first of all reorganized themselves. They first of all, assembled themselves from the way the Europeans put them. Because Europeans restructured or partitioned India also, for your information. Europeans, during the time of colonization of India, India was not, they divided India into different countries. They have a Francophone India. They have a Portugueseophone India. A Spaniardophone India. They have different, where people are still, like Gao in some part of India, they are still speaking Portuguese till today. But, India understand they have dignity. They say, no, we cannot take only flag independence. We have to reorganize and collect our people back to ourselves. Now, the people, they bind them together that they are not one. Just like they binded us with knots. Indians, they say, no, we cannot live together. That is the Pakistan you are seeing today. That is the Bangladesh you are seeing today. They say, no, you have different culture. We don't have different values. But these our brothers, they call Portugueseophone India, Francophone India, Anglophone India. We are all one. They collected themselves and reshuffled themselves as human beings. Africa didn't care to do that. And that is why we are suffering. That is why there is no development. That is why we have no economy. Do you know that we have no economy? Do you know that? The people don't understand what do you know that we have no economy? Nigeria is just speculators to China, Germany, America only. Because you are consuming what you don't produce. You are bringing in everything. I saw somebody on the social media, a Nigerian lady, proudly showing her house. So this equipment here, this software here, I bought it from Germany. It's imported from Germany. This one is from America. How? God. I was watching. I don't know how do we get to this? Do you know that we have no economy? Nigeria has no economy. Do you know that? No production. Ordinary to feed ourselves, we know. Do you know that Ukraine that is in the war, they have stocks of food that are there, even lavishing. They are still farming. What they farm, they cannot, if it is feeding themselves, they can feed themselves for another, the stock they have is enough for them for another 50 years. You know that? That is economy. Economy is based on production, not import and export. Not importation. Not consuming what is produced from other places. You don't produce. You have no economy. What if all those places just block and say, we are not selling to you? What are you going to do? The majority of the cars you drive in Nigeria is imported. Materials you use there in Nigeria is imported. Shirt imported. Or dead body clothes is imported. Now, tell me what economy? You go and import things from China, buy what they now put your commission, and come and sell to your people. You get your commission. Take back the capital to China. Do you see that? No economy. No economy. If all those countries block, do you know why Russia is surviving today? Because it's a country with economy, with initiative, that can produce. Most of the things they are using, they produce it. So, the sanction they give them, even other countries need them. The West need them more than Russia needs themselves. Do you see how a country with economy survives? But in Nigeria, no way. Because they can pressure you with anything. Because you are nothing. You can't produce nothing. You will see in Nigeria Neanderthals that are primitive, but they have a private jets. That they cannot, their country they don't have any place they produce any parts of that private jet. But they want to have, they have taste of that high taste. Do you see how poor Nigeria is? Do you see that? When you say Nigeria, you have zero economy. Because your economy is based on importation. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Look at food. You import food. Everything is imported. You cannot, once you are able to feed yourself, just let us bring it lower to our family life. If you're a man, you finish schooling, a boy, you finish schooling, you went to university, graduated, and you are still in your father's house, eating tankama. Will you command any respect? The answer is no. You will be there. You are not yourself. Because you are not a complete man. You are given everything. You are being fed. Imagine the first time if you are working, maybe the first month that you are being paid. Imagine how proud you are. Imagine you come back to your house, maybe they cook beans. And you didn't want to eat beans. You say, no, you are not going to eat. You go out with your money. You buy another thing that is, that you want to eat and eat it. That is a sign that you are becoming a man. Before you know, irrespective of your father's house, everything, you say, no, you want to go out and rent your own house. That is a sign of independence. It goes with responsibility. Are you hearing me? It doesn't matter. You can be, at the first time, you can be even living lower than when you are in your father's house. But you prefer it. Because that is when you are having economy. Do you hear what I'm saying? All these things, we need to bring it down so that you understand it. That is Nigeria. Nigeria has no economy. They depend on every other country. And, for importation. You boast of Mercedes-Benz. You are driving jaywalker. Because you have no shame. It's just like a boy boasting with his brothers or his father's vehicle. Oh, now my father, look at you driving his father, anything like that. But anytime he can be disgraced. You can be with your fellow, your friends inside the car. Your father will call you, hey Chike, bring that car. Where are you? Bring that car right now. You say, but I don't want to hear what. Bring that car right now. I want to carry me go somewhere. You will be pained, aren't you? You will take it back because it doesn't belong to you. It's your father's. Yes, you can drive it, but it is not yours. Do you see that? But when you have your own, that person will command you through it. They will beg you. Please, can you help me drive me? It will give you appointment tomorrow. Can you drive me to hospital, please, to check my body? Do you see the different tunes? But when you are busy driving your father, he no need to notice you. He just, even if you are sleeping in the afternoon, he come, hey, come and take me somewhere now. You have no option. That is it. Because that time you were irresponsible. You are still a baby. You are still a child. Do you see? That is how Nigeria is. Tires have been imported from Germany, from Europe, from America. People are still advertising, buy this. You go to garbage dump in America. You see Nigerians making video of a car that they want to bring. Oh yeah, price. They show you cars that others have used and thrown away in trash dumps. And before you know, you command the pay. Now this one good though. That is a country without economy. Don't you see that? But you think it's a big manism. You don't know that it is lower life, lawlessness. Are you hearing me? Remember, I'm talking about the program for self-destruction. I'm coming. Okay. As I said before, the amalgamation of the so-called North and Southern Protectorate into what is known today as Nigeria is part of the European program for our self-destruction, which we are suffering today. For this program to function perfectly well, they impose on us, among other factors, the type of government which they call democracy. This made the Europeans completely be in charge of our political rulers. I call them political rulers, not leaders. They are rulers. We are distanced from our own brothers and forcefully united with the aliens. For example, Fulanis, which are being used to destroy our nomenclature. Don't you see the Fulani destruction everywhere? That is what Brigade is using. He has used them to kill farmers. He destroyed natural farm seeds so that you depend on his GMO food, GMO seeds. And the Nigerian government is very handy sanctioning it. Don't you see that we are in a mess? We need to destroy that zoo called Nigeria. Don't you see so? Don't you think so? Don't you see reason in it, in what we are saying? Inside this colonial imposition, let me continue. Inside this colonial imposition and racial construct called Nigeria, states were also imposed on us to destabilize our natural unity and introduce political incoherence to our consciousness, thereby leading to self-destruction. I will explain. This colonial imposition is number one. Generally, Nigeria is imposing us. Now, when you come into Nigeria, now they give the Fulani the authority to recolonize us again. Impose on us states in order to destabilize our natural unity and introduce political incoherence to our consciousness, thereby leading to self-destruction. That is why you hear, I'm Imo State. I'm from Imo. Na ndi amambala. Na umonye amambala. Ndi Imo asef. Ndi Ebunia. It is man-made. It is not natural. Our forefathers didn't know what is Imo or Anambra, or they know us as one people. You see that? Do you see how man can recreate man? But today you are calling, you know yourself as Anambra. According to reports we have, which we must deal with. Mazi Chinasa Nworu have said it. When people are looking for house in places like some parts of Anambra, like Onitsha and all the rest, the landlord will say, "Are you for somebody from Ebony? We know they take you here," which is evil. What is Ebony and what is Anambra? In 50 years ago, do you know what is that? Does it exist? It's a human being that did it. That is creation. They recreated us. They programmed us for self-destruction, and that is what is happening. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This is what we are trying to reverse. The first created states by Gowon on the 27th day of May, 1967, is a ploy. It was a ploy to thwart Biafra. Not this statement. It was a ploy to thwart Biafra. The creation of the first 12 states. The states are, let me mention them. East Central States, Cross River States, River States, Bendel States, Benue Plateau States, North Central States, Kano State, Kwara State, Lagos, Northeastern States, Northwestern States, Western States. This is 12. It was only meant to thwart Biafra. Do you see that the destruction, that is the calamity that is happening to everybody in Nigeria, their original plan is, to destroy us, Biafrans. I don't know if people can understand this. It's very deep. When they went to Aburi to resolve the issue amicably, Ojukwu and Gowon, They agreed and wrote it down in the presence of witnesses, Ankara and the rest. But after Britain said no, how we created you for destruction. You want to repair yourself, it cannot happen. They ordered the government not to agree. Instead, to what more? Create 12 states to destabilize Biafra. You know, they cannot only do it in Biafra land. They just created the other thing just to say that, oh, it is for everywhere in Nigeria. It is the same thing that is happening today. So the creation of these states, these 12 states, is simply another Berlin conference, partitioning our land into pieces. Today, what is happening? By that time, they say, oh, creation of states will be the solution to our problem. Nigeria must exist. Because Britain wants Nigeria to exist. It wants Nigeria to continue existing because it is their creation. It is their toy. Are you hearing me? If we are human beings, it is for us to understand that we cannot coexist. And that is what we are pushing at. IPOB is pushing at. What wrong have we committed? In order to recreate ourselves, to return back to who we were. All of us. We are not fighting for only Biafra. For everywhere to be peaceful so that we progress. But the creator of Nigeria said, no. I created you for self-destruction. And you are trying to repair yourself. No, it cannot happen. They used to go on to create 12 states. Only to employ to thwart Biafra. Thereby, every other people we are clapping. Today, what is happening? Today, what is happening? Also, today, with the agitation of the restoration of Biafra, history is repeating itself. They are now talking about changing Nigeria political structure. That is regionalism, which is the same ploy used by Gowon to disorganize the Biafra restoration and deceive the people into believing that Nigeria is redeemable. They have come again today. Today they have come. The same thing, exactly the same. They are talking about regionalism, restructuring. The same ploy Gowon used. I don't know whether people are hearing what I'm saying. They have come again. At the periphery, when you listen to it, you say, yeah. Anyway, well, let us use it, It is better for it than not. It is not better. Nothing. If you have deeper knowledge, you will understand that it is the same ploy of Gowon. Because during the time of Gowon in 1967, it is the same thing. People say, okay, in order to create so that weaken Biafra and Nigeria will continue existing. The continuous existence of Nigeria means the miserable situation, continuous miserability of Nigerians, of people that found themselves in that enclave called Nigeria. Is it not what we are fighting? Is it not the point we are making? This is our argument. You tested something once, you make mistake once, and you continue. Are you a human being? Are you a human being? Are you a real Homo sapien? I ask. I doubt it. There is something wrong. Let me tell you, it is not for the politicians, the so-called politicians, to do everything. Because Nigerians have been beaten to a low life so that they can, they are said, politicians. There is nothing that like God touching the politicians to do the right thing. No. Hear it. Because this is where they are pushing you. Let us pray. God will touch No. It is you, the population, that have to rise up and touch the politicians. Without it, you continue suffering. I am telling you. Without it, you continue suffering. Now, they are talking about adding another state in the southeast. Olo or Anioma state. Now I ask, is this going to be the solution to our predicament? I'm asking. The answer is no. Because it's the same thing, the same system, but they turn it into, the same, different side of the same coin. The same thing. The same thing. Every time they want to redeem Nigeria, they want to know, because they are not sincere. The politicians, Britain, the creator of Nigeria, has positioned them into making money out of your misery. That is why they see it anytime in order to continue the Nigeria. As we are talking about Biafra, they say agitation too much. Oh, yeah, let us calm them by talking about regionalism. IPOB is not backing down, for your information. We don't know what is regionalism. It doesn't matter how you paint it. What we care for is to move out, to take our destiny, become responsible for our destiny. Are you hearing me? To become responsible. Because in Nigeria, we are not responsible. In Nigeria, we are not responsible, nothing. I will fake it in Nigeria. Because everything you have to take permission from Aso Rock. Everything you have to take permission from, you want to even repair a road that leads to your father's house. You have to take permission. Before you know, they will say no. You have the money to do it. They say no, don't do it. The governor know why. Leave it there. Do you see this type of miserable life? Now, there is something they are proposing about this so-called restructuring or regionalism. When they talk about another state in the southeast, is our problem adding our low states? Is it the problem? Because people that we are expecting to know better, they will come and say no. Then they will bring development. What development? To add, bring a president, governor of Allah, separate, make a capital. It will only benefit the same set of few political individuals. Only the same set of people. It is not the solution to our problem. Are you hearing me? If, for example, if that is a case even, okay, they want to add a southeast. Personally, that is my personal view. Anyama would have been even better. So bring them out, bring those, our brothers, Igbo speaking, Igbos, from, demarcate them, bring them to southeast. Is it not so? But you see people that are, because of their selfish interest, and to add the salt to the injury. You see, one Yoruba man, he proposed. There is also a proposed bill to carve out Ohaji Eboma into Akwa Ibom. Let me tell you, this is part of the wider British conspiracy to continue dividing Igbo land into political irrelevancy. Let me read for you the proposal. It is in Vanguard News. They always fly this to listen to people's reaction. But let me tell you, there should be nothing like carving out any part of Igbo land. As long as this generation is concerned, as long as we are now wide awake, as long as IPOB is concerned, it's not like before. Are you hearing me? It is not like before. They carved out, I will read the names of all those places, some of all those places. They carved out Igbo land, parts of Igbo land in Kogi and in Benue. Today, that is what they are suggesting in the so-called proposed bill. Now, let me read part of it, please. A chieftain of the Yoruba Sociocultural Association, Afenifere Akinfapo Hunde, has said that the draft of a bill for an act to substitute the annexure to Decree 24 of 1999 with new governance model for the Federal Republic of Nigeria will be sent to President Bola Tinubu on Friday. I think I've played the man's voice directly here on Radio Biafra the other day. Now there is a place I want to mention, please, because we are going to talk about it. And I have a comrade that is here with me that we also speak from Ohaji Eboma. Okay. The man say, according to him, his coalition is proposing to have the southern region to be made up, okay, southern region. He said he wants 8, he's proposing 8 regions. According to him, his coalition is proposing to have the southern region to be made up of Akwa Ibom, okay, Bayelsa, okay, Cross River states, okay, and optional inclusions of the Anang, Efik, Ikoi, Ibibio, Oro, or Haji Ebema in southern Imo, the Adonia, maybe Andoni want to write, Efemia, Ijo, Ogoni, Bini, Ishan, Ishoko, Urobo, and the Ijo-speaking peoples in northern Ondo state with land contiguity. Why is this man proposing? You know, it's an insult. Do you hear me? If it's a proposal, yes, but it's an insult. Proposing Ohaji Ibema in southern Imo in order to be inside the southern region. Now the southeastern region, listen, the southeastern region consists of Abia, according to his proposal, consists of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. Finish. Take it now. The western region comprises of Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, and the Ekiti states, incorporating the Yoruba-speaking people in Kogi and the Igbo-Mina people in Kwara State. Do you see in the Otoshi Mara here now as a Yoruba person? Now he talk about even bringing people, the Yoruba-speaking people in Kogi. Whereas we have Igbo communities, Igbo-speaking people in Benue and Kogi. That Mazi Goro now on the Bunini, no good for being quiet, for our people to be carved, Igbo land be carved into Kogi, into Benue. Today, they are being massacred. No person cares. Ohanese doesn't care. We call them the North. So now can do good, but they are our brothers. But this man is proposing not only the whole Yoruba speaking states, but to include the Yoruba speaking people carved into Kogi and Okwara. Do you see that? But in our own, in Southeast, you have removed even part of Imo State. Anyway, we have our so-called political elites have disgraced Igbo race to the extent that any vagabond can come out and start yapping against Igbo. In a way, insulting us. We are at the lowest of the low receiving. This is insult. Even it's a proposal, yes, but it's an insult. I am telling you honestly. It's a very huge insult to us as a people. Why he wants, let me read it again. The southeast consists of Abia, okay, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo. And the part of the Imo, he has carved it out into southern region. So we are the people that are dividable. But the western region comprises Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, and the Ekiti states, incorporating the Yoruba-speaking people in Kogi. But in our own, dividing us more. I am telling you, for even thinking like this, why they can stand up and insult is no. Do you see any politician respond or reply? Answer is no. All of them, because everybody is looking for, vying for his own. Do you know what they did let me tell you something. In Ohaji Ebema, let me tell you something. They made sure the policy of Nigeria, as I said, this is a wider British conspiracy against our people to render us Igbo land into political irrelevancy. They continue confining us, stifling us, and confining us into. That is why Buhari had to call us a dot. That we have no way by now. They are rounding us up. So that they will continue to, no oil. You know, that place they say, okay, there is too much. Do you know? They will say, oh, we have no oil. The main place where there is gas, and even more oil and gas in the main Igbo hinterland, they want to remove it. Before you know, they will share money to this foolish and useless Ohanes and Igbo. I cannot understand these people. Which kind of human being they are. All that matters to them is their own purse. But as long as IPOB is alive, as long as I am happy that they come late. They come late. Otherwise, we will never allow this to happen. This type of thing to happen in our own, which means after even our future generation will spit at our grave. I am telling you, if we ever allow this to happen, it's our own fathers that allow them to divide, remove, carve out in the time of our ignorance or our infancy, or when many of us are never born itself. They carved out Igbo communities into Kogi, into Benue. They now fend for themselves. They become minorities over there. Fulani kills them. No person talks for them. Ohanese doesn't recognize them. What type of evil people are these? What? I ask, what? I mean, I say, on the old people. If you are foolish, we insult you. Are you hearing me? If you are foolish, we insult you. So, let me continue, please. Let me continue. As I was saying, let me continue, please. Now, there is, okay. Remember, many Igbo communities are carved into Benue and Kogi states with the blessings of Ohanes and Igbo. Obi, Uju, Ado, and Okpoku local government areas are some of the Igbo communities carved into Benue state. The Igbos in Benue can be found in Umu Ezekoha, Umu Ezeoka, Oriuso, Umu Ogara, Amaike, and Umu Ezekwe, all in Eza community. Izi, Ezamba, and a few. The people of Umu Ezekoha has many villages. If you are to calculate the number of Igbo-speaking villages in Benue State outside Umu Ezekoha, you will be talking altogether about over 600 villages. You see that? Carved into Benue quietly. They are suffering. And no person. We will be calling them Ndiogu. 3 of the biggest markets in Benue are all in the Igbo-speaking part. The markets are Inikiri Ichira, Eda, Iduokbe. There are also some Igbo-speaking Idoma towns in Benue State. Also, the Igbo communities carved into Kogi states are Ebaji local government, Egalamela, Odulo local government, Ofu local government, etc. Each of these local governments has many communities. These are Igbo people. Today they are forgotten. Yoruba man is clamoring to restore Kogi, Yoruba speaking Kogi to Kogi land. To Yoruba people. But in our own, he say, Haji Ebema should be carved into south with tomorrow. Tomorrow they will become. No, they are not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. I'm speaking Haji. What is your language? My language is Ebema. I am, after all, even those in River State. No, I'm not Igbo. And before you know it, we come out in Wikipedia or Google as a class. Because this is, when you, I'm surprised, if you Google, our people, we are sleeping. You see, people that call themselves intelligentsia, or many of our people are sleeping. They don't even look into Google, Wikipedia. When you talk about Niger Delta, they will tell you that, look, some Niger Delta, it has more than 40 ethnic groups. Look at what they call ethnic groups, including Igbo, the people. They don't say Igbo. Is in Wikipedia, Niger Delta, under demographics, including Igbo, the people. If they talk Igbo people, they will, they will be conniving, moving round and round, in order not to mention that name, that Igboid, so that you don't understand. It's not Igbo. Igboid, the people. Okwane, what is where is Okwane? Is it not Igbo? No, but they classify it as a different ethnic group. Okwane, Abo, they classify it as ethnic group, whereas all these people are Igbo. Do you see what Britain is doing? Bini, Ohaji Ebema is being classified as another ethnic group in advance. For your information, on Wikipedia, because I am Igbo intelligentsia. I'm intellectual. I did my PhD. Look at, they don't even understand what is going on, because the way that is being defined is what the international community is working with. They say Niger Delta is more than 40 ethnic groups, including Igbo, the people. Okay, number one. Okwane. It's ethnic group, Okwane. Abua. Bini. Ohaji Ebema. It's ethnic group from him. Ay! Chineke. Eriata me ikunishi gwagejoku. Chineke le. Do you see, any woman that come and vote for you that he is a Harvard first class graduate, this and that. Boy, is stupid. I am telling you. Because how can we be fighting back, even in Wikipedia, in Google, in order to counter all the things they are defining us with? They are turning us for ethnic groups. Okay, boy, the group is number one ethnic group, another ethnic group. Okwan is another ethnic group. Abo is another ethnic group. Ohaji Eboma is another ethnic group. Are you hearing it? Eka is another ethnic group. Do you see it? Ogoni is another ethnic group. Ikwere, another ethnic group. These people are stifling us from every corner. Only that many, if not IPOB, we are gone. I am telling you honestly. But we must continue resisting. It's resistance. It's the key to our survival. Resistance. Okay. For your information, Ohaji Eboma, you are seeing, it harbors the largest gas reserves in Africa. 33% of total African gas reserves. That is what you see in Eboma. That is the conflict. That is what, for you to understand that our fight is of international magnitude. When I see people talking, what is the idea? Is there imperialism Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Or they can mapugishi? Because he will toro. I am telling you honestly. He will toro. You don't understand what we are in. You don't understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. You see the gas pipe from Nigeria, from that passes Niger Republic, that caused the military coup. It is from our land, Ohaji. Do you see that? It has 33% of the African gas reserve. They are number one in Africa. We have elephants full in our land, but we are scavenging for rats. Very pathetic. Because we are going individual. Because we are going selfish. Everybody now, God, to bless you. Only you and your family. We don't have that larger, than our enemies are taking over everything in our land. It's very pathetic. I am telling you. One of our brothers, when we are talking in Ebema, he showed me a video of what is happening there. Akpato you warm now. Akpato you warm now. No development. Let me continue, please. It is the policy of the British government through the Nigerian Caliphate to neglect and never develop Ohaji Ebema. The plan is to keep the people discontented against the Imo State government without understanding that the order not to develop Ohaji Ebema comes from Asorok. Any governor that tries to engage in the development of Ohaji Ebema is removed. The example is Emeke Ihedioha. I will explain. It has been in the policy, British policy. They understand that there is large deposit of gas, the largest in Africa, in Ohaji Ebema. So you know what they did? They made a policy not to engage in any development of that place. Do you know why they are doing it? So that the people will always be discontented and they will be venting their anger on Imo State. I will explain to you. It is a plan. You know, we always try to decipher what they are doing without knowing that any governor of Imo State that is coming in, he will sign a contract with Asorok. Never bring any development in Ebema. So that they will always breed discontent in the people, with the people of Ebema. So that tomorrow when they tell them, you see, they are the people that will be coming to tell them, do you see? The governor, do you see? They said to you, they are not developing you, nothing. So we propose to you, answer South, and even deny you, then you are no more able because they are marginalizing you. They will agree. Any little, do you know that during his tenure, he tried to cut them, to tell them that he will pay them 100 and something thousand each family, and they were all happy to join. Tomorrow they will deny their identity. They say, no, we are not Igbo. We are Ebema. We are Haji Ebema. Another story. It becomes another story. After all, those that are in a river state, you don't hear their language. What do you speak? I speak Haji Ebema. What do you call beer? Come, they say beer. Go, poor. Now, what language? You know, it's Ebema. It's not Igbo. That is what Ohanese, they use Ohanese to achieve in our land. They splintered us, they broke us into splinters so that we become weak. We will not be speaking with one voice. Do you see their plan? As they kept Ohaji undeveloped, no road, no electricity. They say most villages, most communities, they have never seen electricity since the invention of electricity. Till today, 21st century, a place that, harboring, let me come. A place that is harboring different oil and gas companies, modern oil and gas companies. No electricity. During Okorocha time, he went there, bought land. And he armed the people. Armed the thugs there to be. He give them money. That is a Nigeria, British policy on our land. Using Nigeria, using Asorok. So that place becomes a producer, a producer. Anything that can be manipulated. If they tell them, join the Fulani, they say if the Fulani can bring us development, we join them. Do you see what they are doing? But IPOB will take up this issue. I am telling you. This radio will continue hammering it until something right is done to that community. A community on Haji Ebema, if it comes to land, they have very cultivable, rich land. Very rich land. Nothing. Politicians will go there and buy everything. The former governor, deputy governor, immediate deputy governor, something in Joko. He bought lands there. He not even buying. He didn't buy it. He just collected it. People are not farming because their lands are taken away from them. Are you hearing me? We are we must start this fight from the grassroots. And Ohaji Eboma is part of it. I am telling you honestly. Because we cannot allow where the Europeans are trying to milking gas. As they are removing themselves from Russia, the next cheap source of gas is Ohaji. And we allow it to be like that? No. They say Emeki Hedioha. Do you remember him? He is the only governor of Imo State that went there and shouted. He said he never knew. He shouted. He said, no. He immediately started sign the contractors to be building roads and bring electricity. They removed them. Chakako. Do you see that these people that we are calling governors, they are not in charge? That is why they use this 419 idiots called Hope Uzodimma. They use him as fort. They impose him there. Are you hearing me? So that he cut off anything concerning development. He will not go there. There should remain a desolation. They set us to self-destruction. They use us to conquer us. You see that? Because there are many willing tools. Hope Uzodimma is there. That is part of making Hedioha wanted to break that yoke. They remove him. Do you see what we are fighting? Do you see the mess we are in? That is what we expose here. Now, in Ohaji Eboma, there are no basic infrastructures, no good roads, no electricity, pipe-borne water, etc. But there are several giant oil and gas companies, which includes, there is one oil company they call Walter Smith Petroleum Oil Limited. And do you know who is the CEO? Abdurazak Esa. Walter Smith Petroleum Oil Limited. The CEO of that is our Abdurazak Esa. Onye Fulani is coming in our land, making it. We are under occupation for your goodness, for goodness sake. The whole world is turned in Palestine. Oh, Palestine is under occupation. We are under occupation, for goodness sake. We should shout it loud. We are under heavy occupation. Abdurazak Esa. He's the CEO of Walter Smith Petroleum Oil Limited. We have another one, Saplet Oil, which the CEO is Roger Thompson Brown. Is it our people? The answer is no. We have Stalin Global Oil and Gas Company. The CEO is one Avind Mahamoon, whether it's an Indian. And we have Shell and others. These are people that are taking out billions and billions of dollars every day from Ohaji Eboma. But they cannot, they put it market rate, no development. So that the people, you can manipulate them. You can give them 1,000 to kill his brother, he will agree. You can pay them money and say today, join Fulani because we are the people that will develop it. They will agree. Do you see their plans? It's a strategy. It's a strategy. But we are here, we will not agree. As long as IPOB is here, we will never agree. What is going there is, 4-wheel drives, different types of, police and military. Every day protecting them. No road. Do you see? How can we continue enduring this type of occupation? We are under heavy occupation, for goodness sake. If these people have conscience, they would have at least given the community something. They would have developed, build road, and put electricity. Now they will be taking even if they are taken, people will not mind too much. But I don't know whether they are afraid that if they put all these things, it will attract more people to come and start scrutinizing. What is this world turning into? If we are not suicidal, we cannot get what we want to. If we are not suicidal, we cannot get what we want. Ohaji Egbema should never be carved out. They want to corner us. They thought that we are Ohanese. They want to corner us now. Go and meet these people. They say it's optional. Which means they can ask them, where do you want to be? Which means it's plebiscite. That is referendum. Is it not the same referendum we are asking for? If you can ask people to ask, okay, by that time they have bribed each family with their stooges, which they will give them small money, 100,000, 200,000. Hey, Sinna, you come and say that you want to join South, so-called. And we will do this for you. That is the reason why they kept that place undeveloped. So that people will be dying, they will be venting their anger to the wrong place. And because no person talks for them, nothing. The governors will be doing anything they want. Before you come into governorship as an Imo State governorship candidate, they will point you some things you have to sign. They will sign that you shall never touch anything development in Ohaji Egbema. Leave it like that. It's for a purpose. That is what has been going on. I am telling you. Now, before I round up or I continue, let me bring in my brother, my comrade. This thing is reconnecting. Mazi, please. Mazi, can you remove yourself from being on hold? You're on hold. Mazi Ozioma, please. I'm talking to you. Mazi, can you hear me? My goodness me. I want to bring in our brother that is also from that place. I want to bring him. Let me see. But connectivity is a problem, honestly speaking. But let me try another way. My goodness. Me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, please go on. I'm saying what I'm saying. If you want to introduce yourself, it is optional. But I want you to describe the scene of where you come from, please. Go on, please.
Friends, good afternoon, good morning, and good night, depending on your location and your time zone. My name is Ozioma. I am reaching you from Ohaji. Ohaji is currently under Ohaji Egbema local government in Imo State in the so-called contraption called Nigeria. I want to share the grievances, the suffering, the marginalization, the pains and the sorrow of my people, the people of Ohaji. What we have been going through for decades, unattended for. We have had and we are still having greedy politicians coming in and out, stealing our resources, misrepresenting us, and making themselves rich while this place is languishing in abject poverty. Today I have this very opportunity. I feel like one who is on top of the Iroko tree, and I am at liberty to pick everything I want because I don't know when it is going to come again. I am live on the most exalted platform, the largest platform, Radio Biafra platform, and I promise to do justice by bringing the case of my people who are suffering the world to know and understand. We are the people of Ohad. The most painful one is what we are recently hearing, that we are being carved out from among our kings and kings of Igbo land in Biafra land and being proposed, be lobbed in to far after where our resources could be easily stolen by some Yoruba people. This is their antics. This is what they are looking for. We are not surprised because currently, as we speak, the oil and gas that is in Nomok is being controlled by a Yoruba woman called Folashade, what they call Alakija. He is in charge. The 80% of the oil companies that are operating in the entire Niger Delta are being controlled by by Yoruba people, while those who are the owners of this land, where this gold, dark oil gold is being picked out, are only accepted for security and pipeline jobs. Now, Ohaji and Ebema are two different people who have been lumped together. This is the first crime as one local government. Ohaji in particular is supposed to be two local governments. But all the same, nobody cares about us. Even those who present themselves as our representatives and our politicians cares nothing about our development. I want to sound it very clearly to everyone who cares to know. And you can investigate. You can come on the site. You can come to Ohad. Ohad is very easy to access. Just get to Imo State, get to Port Harcourt Road, and then immediately you get to Port Harcourt Road. Ask anybody about Ohad. There are so many ways and wings you can access Ohad and Ebema. It's very easy. We have common boundary with our brothers who are from River State. Ohaji are made up of about 25 communities and towns. And out of that, about 25 communities and towns, we are not up to 5 that have electricity. We are not up to 5 that have electricity. Coming from the core majority, most populated areas in Ohaji, like the Awara Court area. The Awara Court area is made up of Awara, Ochia, Asa, Ikure, the Obile. All these communities I'm mentioning are rich in oil and gas, but they do not have electricity. And I bet you if you carry your phone and enter there, you will struggle. You need to climb on top of palm trees or to other trees, inglorious places to get telecommunication network. Obile is a town in Ohaji. Obile has one of the largest deposits of gas in the entire West Africa. The gas
Mazi, not West Africa, Africa in general. It is there.
Okay.
Africa. It has 33% of the whole African reserve. 33%. So it's number one.
Exactly.
Algeria is the second.
Exactly.
Algeria.
I don't want to exaggerate. That is why I try to narrow it and angle it to West Africa. I don't want to exaggerate. So that when they go for research, they can come back, just as you have gone for research on there, you're coming back to lecture me more on it. So, and yes, the people who are the layers of this golden egg do not have electricity. There is no road, as we speak. I am talking to you that if you are anywhere around, you can take your bus, you can take your car, you can take anything. Find your way to Ohaji. Go around Ohaji, go around the Buma. You will not find a good road to drive your car. The worst part of it is Maho, the headquarters of the Ohaji Buma local government is in Maho. But for you to access a bus that will take you to Maho, will take you for ages. Not that there are no human beings living there, but those who are siphoning our resources have made it very difficult for us to have a good life. I want to repeat. We have about 10 oil companies operating in Ohaji. We have Watersmith here. We have Shell here. We have Sterling Global. We have ELF. We have Shell. And so many others. New companies, Seplat. We have Seplat that are currently in this place that some of us do not know their name. Just 2-3 weeks ago, another community in another town in Ohaji here, oil was discovered. The name of that town is called Ohuba. Just 3 weeks ago, oil was discovered. There is no community in Ohaji Buma that do not have oil. Those that they've not started to, drill their own, they just left it. Currently, as we speak, there are over 75 oil wells in Obeti, in a place called Obeti in Ohaji, by a company called Sterling Global. But do you know the shocking thing? There is no road leading to that Obeti. There is no electricity in Obeti. There is no pipe-borne water in Obeti. You hardly get telecommunication services in Obeti. But there are oil companies. Shell have been there before. When we are kids, Shell have been there before. Drilling oil. Shell have been there before. Nothing. Now you go to a place called Mbishi. Those ones are completely abandoned. When you get to Mbishi, you ask yourself, is it human beings that are living here or not? They do not have road. We have political giants. With a former speaker of Imo State is from Hajibima. A former speaker of Imo State. During the time of Ike Don Hakim, he was a speaker until the first tenure of Rochas. Due to he's now a minority in PDP then. His name is Gulok Nanaopia. He has been a minister. He has been in the House of Representatives in Abuja. He has been a minister for state for education. He's from Ebema. He's from Abateke in Ebema. But go to the road that leads to his village. It's a shame. Now, look at what we are hearing about a Yoruba man called Akin proposing a bill. And in that bill, he carefully selected his people who are in Kogi, those who are in Kwara, those who are in Benue, who are in Benue. He carefully selected all of them and said they are going to form the Western region. And he even came to Delta State and he was talking about how to take the Insecurity people and join themselves. But you know the funny thing? This is their greed. This has been their ploy on how to destroy Igbo people, on how to take what belongs to the Igbo people. He carefully went and he said, Ohaji, Igbo people will be brought out of Igbo land and now joined in his so-called southern proposed region. What arrant nonsense. Who is he? Or what does he think he is? To come and look at the whole people. The amount of oil that is being taken out of this region is alarming. As I speak to you today, they are laying pipes, taking them out. There are refineries working here. Refineries. Watersmith has a refinery here, a modular refinery. They are refining both kerosene, gas, and fuel, though in small quantities. I know that.
And where are they taking this? Mazi, where are they taking this? All these products?
They are selling them both locally and internationally. They have pipes that take all these things down to River State where there are empty vessels that will load.
Mazi, pause there. Mazi, can you hear me? Pause there a bit. Just do you see?
I'm listening.
Do you see what the plan, the evil plan they have been executing? They will, pipe gas or oil from Igbo hinterland. They use it, pipe it down to the riverine, our coastal part of Biafran, either in Cross River or in Bayelsa. Now there they will be loading it. You open the tap, It is those people, that's why we say, no, it is our oil. It is our oil. Our oil. Do you see what is happening? Whereas the thing is coming, I say the gas deposit in Ebema is the largest in Africa, more than that of Algeria. 33% of the total, the whole African gas oil combined together. 33%. You see that? Mazi, please go on.
Okay. Mazi, what we are not going to accept is people trying to use us to play some political cheap games and all that. We in Ohaja are not going to allow it to happen. We are going to resist it with every blood flowing in us. We are going to engage everything possible that will make sure we are not going to allow it. Now, what do they think that we are? After all this suffering, all these years, I am telling you that if there is any state that has oil and gas more than Ohaja Ebema people, I think it's Akwa Ibom. I will beat my chest and tell you this. I will beat my chest and tell you this. They've been hiding all this from you. Not that I do not have disregard for our people who are of the Riverine area. Yes, everybody, but it will be very nice if I have 2 loaves of bread and you as my brother, you have 1 or half, 1 and a half. You say my own is 2, your own is 1 and a half. You don't go about taking my own. And the only way you want to accept my piece is except I keep quiet, that you take that 1 out of my 2. You now say your own is 2 and a half, my own is 1. And if I keep quiet, there will be peace. Then if I speak, you say, see how you're dividing us. You're making the enemies to know that we are not one. So if this is the kind of peace or the kind of unity you want, I disagree with you. We must agree that what belongs to me belongs to me, and what belongs to you belongs to you. As we speak now, even in a place called Agba, Agba is very close to Ohaji, but they are in Uguta local government. As we speak, the same thing is happening in Agba. This is why you had some of their boys rose the other time and carried arms, and they were fighting. The resources, the oil that is in Agba is being piped away down to Amok, and from Amok down to One, and they are shipping them out from there. We need to take. I am so ashamed of the so-called evil leaders. I am so ashamed of the so-called Ohanese people that they don't go around seek for what will unite our people. Look at them proposing Olu State. What are we going to do in Olu State? Okay, Hajiman now, before Hajiman will go to Olu, his capital, you will first come out to Owerri. Then enter
Mazi, we don't even need Olu State. Listen, there is no need for Olu. It's not a solution to any problem. We don't need that to try to call Olu State.
It is not.
We don't need it. It is not what we need.
If in any way,
what will it change? What is it going to change?
They propose an Yoma State, because that one will unite us more, will bring our people more, and bring them to their kids and kin. If there is any state at all with somebody to support, it should be that the one that Senator Ned Nwoko proposed, the Anyoma State, because that one will draw all our people and join them with their kids and kin in the south. So the issue here is this. I was listening to your analysis. You were talking about how governors, associated governors who have been in charge of Imo State, maybe they go into oath and say, do not do anything. Let me not tell you one shocking thing. The only governor that completed the road project in Ohaji is Governor Chikudemwa. And do you know how he did it? He was visiting one political leader in Ohaji who is from Omuwako, named Esomobodo. He was a House of Assembly member then. He's from Omuwako. He was visiting him, and due to the bad road, his car got spoiled and stuck in one of the bad roads. And there was this mud everywhere. His head wanted to come down and push. He said no, he came down and put his leg inside that mud. And there and then he called for the construction of that road. The next day, work started on that road. That is the only road Since then, there is no governor. Because the Hakim came last time for 4 years, he did not construct any road in Imo State. Rochas came and stayed 8 years, and he was the governor that was loved by Haji people. They served him, all of them served him. He did not, there is no road, no single road that he constructed in the entire Haji people. There is no place he constructed any road. He left, and Ihedioha came and spent a little time and left, and this one also spent 4 years without construction. Currently, there is one 419 that is going on from Avo, going down to Ewema. They call road construction. Why I call it 419? This road started since the time of Jonathan as president. Because that road is supposed to be federal road. That road from that Avo is in Owerri West. After Avo, you see Obesema. Obesema is in Ohaji. After Obesema, you see Umuako. Umuako is in Ohaji. After Umuako, you see Adapam. Adapam is in Ohaji. Ebema. Then after Adapam, you see Eteku. Eteku is in Ebema until you get to Omok. You get to Okuzi, Omok. That is it. Now, since that time, that road has been under construction till now. As I speak to you, nobody is doing anything. Now, come and see what the current governor is playing politics with the road. Because at that time, youths of Ohaji mobilized and they blocked the Port Harcourt Express road. He sent one of his essays or the commissioner, I don't know. I was following because the television, so I called home and then they were telling me what happened and all that. And since then, this thing happened about 2 years ago, 4 years or 3 years ago. Since then, he is now patching the following day, he said he's going to start the construction of that road. And he did small thing at that type of junction. When you stand there, you think that you have constructed that road. Just move 50 meters away from that. You begin to see the road was just abandoned. Now what they are doing is that they are going from spot to spot, pouring all these hardcore in those areas, pouring red sand on top of it. And they are recording that they are constructing the road. If you come there, it's a shame, it's a disgrace to a place that is contributing immensely billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, to the economy of not only Nigeria, but the entire Africa. Now, we've been mentioning oil. Nobody has been able to mention the powerful farm settlement that was set up by our ancestor, great M.I. Opara. Some of you are forgetting about Adapam Nigeria Limited, the palm plantation that was set up in the 50s or thereabout. They set up this very palm settlement. And then during or after the Aseka took over, and also he has where he also planted his own. Then we call it Aseka. Then what do they call it? Also, when you come there, it's one. Do you know that possessive Rochas almost destroyed this farm out of his greed? He destroyed this farm, and the one that came in now somehow tried to revive it. But revive only 30% of this farm. This is a farm that is capable. This is where the Malaysia people came to collect the seedlings they use in becoming one of the largest exporter of vegetable oil today. They have abandoned it. It is no more in full capacity. If you come there, it has become a disgrace. Go to their mill, go to their nucleus, go to all the villages in the farm settlement, and you cry for our people. So this is the target of these Yoruba people, why they say they want to take Ohaji people into their so-called southern region. And I begin to wonder, Ohaji people do not even have a boundary with Akwa Ibom people. We do not have a boundary with the Cross River people. We do not have boundary with the Bayelsa, even though it might be close through the water. But how do you want an Ohaji man if we are to go to, for instance, I'm just trying to look at their stupidity. Not that I am, if we want to, their so-called southern region, probably the capital will be either in Calabar or Port Harcourt. Then Ohaji, or if somebody from Abacheke, for instance, will now pass back to drive. How are you going to locate these people? Look at the greed of Yoruba man because they find it very easy to penetrate the so-called South, some of them who do not reason very well to know that these people are really cheating or they are deceiving us. They will tell the Igbo man is your problem. Igbo man is your problem. And now, if peradventure tomorrow you see a Haji man will change immediately and begin to tell you he's no man, Igbo man. Well, maybe I will just wake and tell you, say, I'm not an Igbo man. You just call me. As you called me now, Mazi Ozoma, I said, I'm not an Igbo man. And my own Ozoma has, that is how we pronounce Ozoma. Our own Ozoma is Ozioma. It's no more Ozioma. So if your own is Ozioma, you are an Igbo man, my own is Ozoma. You see all this nonsense and stupidity. So when you drive now, let me tell you more about how they divided us. When you drive from Afro Junction, you say you're going to Ebema. Or from over you're going to Ebema, you just drive. You start after Dapam. Just start the first village you get to see that you say Tekuru, you say Koba, you see Ukwoje, you say Oporola, you say Mbara, begin to you say Obiapo, you say Ukuba, all that, Umoje, all those ones, you get to Abacheke. When you get to Abacheke, you will not see a boundary between Abacheke and Okuzi. But Abacheke is Imo State, Okuzi, River State. But there is no boundary. Just this is house. Except you read signboard.
Mazi, can I come in? Mazi, pause there. Well, let me come in there a bit before you continue.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me tell you something. All these things, their agenda, political agenda, in order to subjugate us, there is nothing. It doesn't for you. It doesn't make sense. You call it stupidity, but for them, they know what they are doing. They are only for their interest. Are you hearing me? Listen.
Yes.
Just let me give you this example.
Yes.
How Niger Republic, they have been suffering no electricity, despite that they are number one uranium producers. Is it after Russia? They are number two in the world. Niger Republic. France has been in control since 60s or even 50s, till death. You know, they don't have 80% of Niger Republic no electricity. It's Nigeria that is even giving them electricity through dam. Now, but they are praising them as democracy. America is calling, it's the big democracy, coming up with democracy, but they are poor. So, you see that politics of this world does not make sense. When you look at it, it doesn't make sense to you and I. But those that are controlling, they know what they are doing. So, it doesn't look at New Caledonia in far away Australia side. But it is for France. The people are saying, no, we want to be free, let us win. And they say, no, you are our land. We are more than 10,000 kilometers to France. Do you see the world we are in? So when you are citing all these things, it doesn't need to go into all these details whether it makes sense. Nothing makes sense. What makes sense is our interest, his interest, because they are driven by interest. What you call stupidity, if we don't fight it as a people, it will stick. Okay. Go to Niger Delta in Google. Type Niger Delta. And you go to demography. You see, they say, they have written it there. They say in Niger Delta there are about more than 40 ethnic groups. And do you know ethnic group, they counted on Haji as one ethnic group. Igboid groups as another, different. Haji is different. Abo is different ethnic group. Ikwere is different ethnic group. Do you see how, that is how the world rolls. Once it is we as a people that will be calling that we are stupid. The agendas, they know what they are doing. You might be saying they are stupid. Look at what I read in my preamble. Bill Gates program has been approved by Nigerian government. He said Nigeria federal government launches Bill Gates funded GMO seeds. Names it Elam-based variety. This is the product why they have been using Fulani henchmen, destroying farms everywhere. You are saying, no, they are Islamizing us. No, it is deeper than that. So for you, for me, it is stupid action. But do you see, they are driving to that agenda. That is why they kept Haji Ewema undeveloped. Any Imo State governor that wants to enter there, they will sign him. You will take a note never to touch there. It is the federal government, Nigerian federal government property. It is what Britain has instigated. So for for us, it's stupid, but for them, it is not stupid. It is the agenda. They are taking billions of dollars every day from there. We are saying it's stupid. So it doesn't matter how you see it and how stupid it may sound, maybe relating you to that is how they want it. That thing they want is how bent they want to do it. Unless we also become suicidal in making sure that it doesn't happen. That is resistance. That is how it is going to be stopped. So that is what I want to chip in there. Mazi, please go on. Go on.
Okay. As I was saying, there is this politics they are playing in dividing us the more, in trying to make our people like somebody who is from Okuzi, Obirinkum, Omok. For instance, people call this, what they call Omok is Umoko, Azu. That is the real name. Then, man, do you know that this area, as I mentioned, from Etepuru has two villages or two towns in Ebem. There is Etepuru and Etepuru. Like,
Because they know that President Al-Assad know that if he allows
Hope those of them wanted to make sure.
You don't see it, but you feel it, and you know it's there. And people in Biafra region are scared. Everybody is frightened. We don't even have intellectuals speaking for us again after the death of one of our brothers who will dare the bull in the eye and tell them, look, what you are doing is wrong. So nobody is speaking, and it has generated and increased the pressure for Biafra to seek self-determination, so that rather than get us all killed, let us be on our own and stop the massacre of Biafran people.
Mm-hmm. Can you give us an idea, how many people are we talking about from, I guess, mid-60s or so when you said the trouble started? Here we are in 2024. We're talking about what is the population of Biafra, and how many people have lost their lives, approximately?
Between 1967 and 1970, you are looking at 5.8 million.
Wow.
Yes. And out of this number, a colossal number of 3-point-something million were Biafran children that died out of malnutrition, because Biafra was blockaded both land and sea. And I recall that in the process of that genocide, an American citizen here by the name of Bruce Mayrock burnt himself in front of a United Nations, and he said, no, if this cannot be happening to people, human beings like himself. And even Steve Jobs stopped going to church because of the Biafran massacre. So from that time till now, you're looking at about 10 million people, because they are killing us systematically. The ones we know is the ones we talk about. And during that first war, the British Broadcasting Corporation never allowed the news of Biafra to get out the way it should. But today, to the glory of God, we have social media, and we have a place like Guadalupe Radio. So once in a while, you give us opportunity to come and let the world know what we are going through. And we are eternally grateful. So.
Yeah, thank you for that synopsis of the history. That makes it a lot more clear. Augustina, if I may ask you, we talk about the North being primarily Muslim, the South being primarily Christian, but then you also have this region of Biafra. So, how is Biafra different from the rest of the South? If we simplify it and say Muslim North, Christian South, what's unique about